her faith in Christ, that was her foundation. And she didn't care, crack or whatever was not going to shake it or move her. And so she began to, and I made my mom talk about this to this day. She would walk up and down 36th Street praying, just praying for the families. She'd go on the corner, used to be a cleaners on the corner, and she would stand on that corner and just pray and just cry out to God for 36 and Moncrief. And then one day coming home, she was in her car. One day she came home. And I wasn't there, but she was driving. And one of the neighbors, when they told us, they said, she passed the house. Like, why, Miss Edna, where's she going? Why is she pulling up in her driveway? And she didn't get out the car. So, of course, finally somebody walks over to the car and she's slumped over. She's had a heart attack. She has died.
Oh my gosh.
She has died. And I remember I was at my father's house when he told me. And I didn't, I remember not, like, that doesn't even make sense. Because I had in my mind, never ever thought, definitely didn't think about death and her and putting those in the same sentence, ever. And I remember that day. I remember thinking things are going to change. Don't know how. Things are going to change for me. And they did. My life changed, like seriously changed. I had been taught at a very young age by this woman the importance of serving God and how that connects to your everyday life, how to make it make sense. Not spooky, but how does that make sense? How does that make sense for someone, for a child? And I was taught worship and praise and how to read my Bible. Like my grandmother took the time, and I remember like the light just going off, like somebody turned the light off on me. And I had no desire to do any of those things anymore. And my life showed it. It definitely showed. And I say that because that's why I believe it's so important that we teach our children how to serve God for themselves. They cannot live your walk. They have to experience Him for themselves. So when that day does come, that they are able to say, mom's gone, grandma's gone. I can do this on my own, and I didn't know how to do it on my own.